What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this is my Taylor Swift tour preview. So we're going to talk a little bit about the tour this time. And, I've been on and off with these Taylor Swift videos. I've been kind of waiting for this moment. Her tour is just about here. How freaking exciting. This is it. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to watch this on YouTube. I'm very excited to see highlights. I'm following more things Taylor Swift related on Twitter now than I was, back when she did the 1989 tour. I'm really excited to see what she does for this tour and also how the crowd responds and how the crowd is and how the layout is and how the songs are. And we're going to talk about a little of that today. I mainly want to talk about some of the things she's talked about in her updates, how she's done like the Instagram thing every day, she's given another thing. But I also want to talk about some of the songs I think could be on this tour. Now, I was going to literally make a set list, but then once she started talking about the songs that are going to be here, I feel like just kind of theorizing and going off the top of my head is maybe the better idea than just actually writing it down. But, we're almost here. It's literally right around the corner. I hope you guys are very excited. I know a lot of you, even watching my stuff, have commented that you are going to go see her live. Some of you in like June, some of you in May. I'm going to be seeing her August 4th in Toronto, so that's going to be very, very exciting. So I'm going to see her later. I'm going to be able to see all the stuff and kind of ruin it for myself. And then be able to see it live. But I'm very excited. So she's talked about really having this be a whole new level, and that's what I would definitely expect from her. That's what I expect from her music. She always tries to evolve. She always tries to take it to the next level, and this tour should be no different. What I'm wondering about this tour, now she said she's going to have 3 stages. She's going to be going back and forth between the stages. She's going to be taking like that sled car thing that's underneath the stage to each stage. I like that. Firstly, I like that. And she said like the main stage is the biggest stage she's ever done, and then the 2 side stages are almost as big as the 1989 tour. So I don't know how this is going to look, but I assume she's going to be everywhere. She talked about how she's going to be walking, literally like where they walk is basically like a screen, so it like reflects them. And I would imagine, and I even thought that before she said that it's like a little weird to walk on it because you're not, like the depth isn't exactly right. I would think the exact same thing. I hope that doesn't ruin actually looking at her or looking at anything going on the stage. I feel like that may get in the way of that depending on how overbearing it is. We'll have to see. That's all about what YouTube is about. That's all about what going to see her live is about. What I'm interested in is a couple things. The songs are obviously something I want to save that towards the very end. 1989 is where she really started going hard with the bringing her friends out. Right, bringing musical guests, bringing literally just her friends, models, all that stuff out. Here's the thing, I'm not a girl, and I do think that matters. I really do think that matters. I do not care about anything that goes on at that show, any of the shows, besides her. Now, am I in the minority with that? Probably. I'm also in the minority of males that like Taylor Swift, so I'm okay with that. But when she announced like the opening acts, cool, they're cool musicians, I've heard of them. I don't care. I don't care. I'm there to see Taylor Swift. That's it. I'm not there for the crowd. I'm not there for her guitar player. I'm not there for the person that she brings up. But what I will say for this preview is I'm interested. I'm interested to see if she does the same thing. How is this tour going to be different than the last tour? Obviously, it's going to be bigger, more exciting. But what kind of things are we going to see? Are we going to see more are we going to see more people? Are we going to see more guests? I feel like 1989 was maybe the peak of her bringing out people. So I don't know if we'll see that. Are we going to see, obviously we've heard about the bigger stages. Are they going to do stuff like the music videos? Like, are we going to see Look What You Made Me Do kind of stuff where she falls off of something into like people's hands? I feel like that is going to happen. I feel like she's already rehearsed that kind of thing. So I feel like that is going to happen. I feel like it's just going to be big over the top, and not over the top in a bad way, but big over the top set pieces is what I think to expect from this tour. She said she's going to have 10 songs from the past albums. Now I'm wondering how big her set list is. A lot of bands don't go over like a certain number. Back when 1989 came out, she played all of those songs. And I wonder if she would do the same for Reputation. What I will say is, I do not, and I didn't think this when it came out. I love Reputation, by the way, if you don't know. Hello. I love Reputation. But I do not think all those songs, or even most of them, translate to live. Now, she could prove me wrong. She could have songs that I would never have thought would work live and make them work live. Bands do that all the time, and I do not doubt Taylor Swift's ability to do that whatsoever. But what I will say is announcing that there's only 10 songs from past albums is a interesting choice. I honestly thought there'd be way more. But yet again, I guess I should have expected that with Taylor Swift, she really does like to promote, and this is fair, she likes to promote the album that released. So I would expect a lot of these songs to be from Reputation. But there's not that many songs on Reputation, like in the grand scheme of things, and do they all really fit live? I think some of them do. She talked about how she's going to play the piano for one song of her old song, one song. I feel like that could maybe be New Year's Day on Reputation, is maybe the song she's talking about, but I'm not sure. There are opportunities there to do something. And I think that a lot of the hits of Reputation, and maybe even songs that we don't think about, like I was always talking about Dancing with Our Hands Tied, I think it's a perfect song to play live. I hope, me personally, that song makes an appearance there. Getaway Car, I think, would work. And I think all of the singles, Ready For It, will obviously do it. Those kind, Endgame, I feel like she'll do, but I've never liked it when artists, not that I've really watched that, but I've never liked it when artists use songs that has more than just their parts in it. I don't really know if it makes sense to do Endgame unless you have Ed Sheeran and Future riding in your van with you, and they come out every single show. If you don't do that, then you have two options. You can have the audio play, and you can have them sing, which I guess would be the easiest way, or you could have her sing all three parts. That would be very interesting. That'd be extremely interesting. I would actually like to hear it at least once in my life, her sing all three parts, Future's part and Ed Sheeran's part. I would like that, but I think they'll have it play like on the loudspeakers. I'm not sure. I think that that's a interesting one, but I do think that would make the cut. But like I said, I feel like there'll be at least 10 songs from Reputation, maybe more. Maybe 12, maybe 13 songs from Reputation that ends up making the set list. Let's talk about, really quickly before we end this video, the 10 old songs. That does not give her a lot of, or it doesn't give us, talking about it, a lot of room to predict. I think you have to think about where the tone of this tour is. I think you have to look for maybe patterns in her last tours and what she's going for in this tour. This album obviously sounds extremely different from any of her past albums. So songs that are so tonally different, I don't think would make it. So while I would love to see like a Haunted or an Enchanted or something like that from Speak Now make it, I do not think those songs make any sense to play with the kind of songs we're going to hear on Reputation. Now, that does not mean they wouldn't show up. That doesn't mean they can't show up. Because I would think what makes mathematical sense to me is 5 albums before Reputation, 10 songs, 2 songs an album. Kind of gives her more room to do other stuff too, because I think on her first album, I would only want to hear Teardrops on My Guitar. I know she's played that before. I would like to hear that. I think that's a song that could definitely make the list. Other than that, on her first album, I don't see any other song happening. So now that gives you 9 songs on 4 albums. But I think you do have to account for the songs that are almost guarantees to make it. Love Story, You Belong With Me are pretty much guaranteed. And I would even go so far to say Shake It Off and Blank Space are guaranteed. She played those songs back when she did the whatever arena concert in January. She did that for that. So she played Shake It Off and she played Blank Space. I think those songs are pretty much assured to be 4 songs. So now you really only got 5 left. And at that point, honestly, it's take your pick. Take your pick. I'm sure, I hope, there's a song that fits, that not just fits. I hope all the songs fit, but I hope they make sense. I hope she can also maybe make a song that doesn't make sense up here. Like I said, I would love to hear Enchanted or Haunted. I'd love to hear those songs. Do I think maybe a song like Mean could make it on there? Mean kind of has the same kind of premises as a Reputation, but I think any song that's got more of that country element to it would also be immediately thrown out. So I don't think any songs that have that kind of feel would make it. But there are songs on Red that I think could make it. But again, it's really take your pick. It's really just decide which songs you think. What I will say is knowing that there's 10 songs makes it, I think, slightly less fun, because now you're going to hear an old song and you're going to say 9, 8, and you're going to count down, because you know that there's only so many songs that she's going to play. She's only going to play 10. She's not going to play any more than that. Unless she wants to do like an encore and she's not counting the encore songs as the 10. Now that is very possible. That is very, very possible, and I hope that she does something like that. And I hope that when she comes back out, I hope whatever the encore songs are, they're also earlier her songs. But overall, I will say this. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I'm really, really excited to see her live. I've talked about this in the past too. She's an incredible musician that's really at the top of her game. Arguably not anymore, even, if you want to say that. You could argue she was at the top of her game back in like 1989. But what I will say is, I mean, she's already broken records with these sales. She's going to make an insane amount of money. There are record-breaking amounts of people going to see her. This is more of an experience than as a concert. Being able to see somebody like Taylor Swift live, you do not get to see that often. She's 28 years old. She's not going to do that many more of these things that are going to be as big as this. This is really the peak. Yes, bands can continue to sell out stadiums and stuff, but for people in her genre, even though I believe she's very, very special, and I do believe she'll be around for a very, very long time, I do not know if she'll be selling out literal arenas of 80,000 people. I don't know if she'll be doing that into like her 40s and 50s. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's going to be very interesting to see if Taylor Swift can last that long, and I hope, every day I hope, that she does that. And I really do believe that, because I think she's very, very talented, but you really do not get to see this that often. This is a unique experience. Yes, it's a lot of money. Yes, people have complained about that. I really like the way they've done the tickets this time. It's benefited me. It benefits actual real fans, I believe. So I'm a big fan of it, but I'm so excited to actually just see her literally feet, you know, she's not literally a foot or two ahead of me, but you know, a good distance, but she's definitely there. I think that's going to be pretty incredible to actually see that live, and it's the first time I've ever seen her live. So let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking going into this. Are you going to go see her live? Are you excited to see her? What do you expect? Do you expect all these other kind of musicians to show up? What kind of songs do you think we'll see? What kind of setup do you see? What kind of outfits? I don't really know to talk about the outfits. She's had cool outfits before, but I don't really know. I guarantee you she'll play guitars, which is awesome. I'd really love to see her play the guitar. I love it when she plays the guitar, and so I'm really excited to see that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let me know about any future Taylor Swift content you want. We're going to talk about probably the tour once the next video comes out. We'll talk about what we've seen from the tour so far, and I'll be reviewing her tour live. Once I see her live, I'll be reviewing it afterwards, like that week. So we'll be talking about her tour a couple other times as we go along in these next couple months, but I will want to go back and do other stuff with her music. I will rank her music videos, and we'll talk about some more rankings of her songs. So if there's anything you guys want me to do, make sure you leave in the comments below. So thank you so much, as always, for watching these Taylor Swift videos. We're going to continue doing them for as long as you guys watch them, and we will see you on the next one.